the internet say, tell us about the ready rig. So we tell the internet, what about it? The internet also asked, what qualifies me to talk about the ready rig? You really need to ask that question? What's up guys, Jared here on the range again. Today, we had a really fun intro. This is a pretty cool video. A little bit of fun, a little bit of silly, got my snacks with me. But it's a serious topic, and it's one that a lot of people have been asking us about, and that is the ready rig from Trex Arms. This video is not sponsored by Trex Arms. It's also not sponsored by Rain Energy or Midland Radios or Magpul Magazines, Executive Outcomes, or Garand Thumb. But real quick, I did want to give a shout out to Executive Outcomes. We definitely copied your style and added your flair to this video. Woo! Thank you. So obviously, if you've been paying attention to our channels at all, you would know that we've been running the ready rig, and you've seen this gray one in a lot of our content. I also grabbed a green one when they did the initial drop. And today's video, although it was silly at the beginning, it's definitely a video that I wanted to cover because so many people have asked questions about it. And the reality is these were pretty hard to get your hands on after the initial drop. And I think that's part of what caused people to want to ask so many questions about them. So first I wanted to dive into a little bit of the background of the ready rig. So the ready rig is a slick chest carrier. This is not a plate carrier of any kind. It's simply meant to hold things to your body. So what kind of things would that be? Well, that could be magazines like you see on my chest, pistol mags on the side. You could have medical. Quite literally, you could put snacks in it if you want to. Some people will put radios and different comms on their ready rigs, or chest rigs of any kind for that matter. So really, the ready rig was just designed for citizens to be able to quickly assemble a set of gear to be able to respond in an event or simply train on the range. It just gives you the accessibility and ability to have a ton of gear on you at any given time. I think it's important to go into a little bit of how I acquired the ready rigs. So during the initial drop, I got a newsletter email. I did pay full price for both of these ready rigs. I think they were about $130. I don't remember if they were shipping or anything like that, and I don't know the current price of these, but these were not sent to us for free. We bought them just like everybody else. They did ship out very quickly. So that's a little bit of the background of the ready rig. I'd say they were on the market for about 4 to 5 months. It hasn't been all that long, and I know for periods of time there, they were very difficult to get, and I don't know if that's the case now. You can check out the Trex Arms website. The other thing I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight into is this is not really a video where I'm gonna go into how to use it per se, or how to size it to yourself. They are very adjustable. There is Velcro loops on the front and back so you can adjust the front and back to your body type. So it's gonna fit a wide range of body types. The straps are also very adjustable, and there's elastic all around this entire circumference. For sizing information and figuring out whether or not this is going to fit your body type, I'd recommend hopping over to Trex Arms to check all of that out. They're gonna have all the information that you need and be able to help you out more than I can. So real quick, I just wanted to go over how I set up my personal ready rig. So my methodology behind this and the reasoning behind my setup is just a simple, slick setup that whether I am just training on the range or say there's a big event, some sort of a mass casualty event, and I need to respond to it, although it's unlikely, I just want to have the gear that I need on hand as well as a couple essentials with me. So obviously in my world, I'm not running around with a battle belt and open mags and things like that, but in my Jeep, I do keep a bag gun with me at all times, and I keep my ready rig, and oftentimes the ready rig is in the back of my vehicle, and sometimes I'll even put it in the bag with the bag gun so I have it with me wherever I'm going. So I went at this as I want to have at least 90 rounds of rifle ammo on me. So there's 3 rifle mags in the front, and then there's also 2 pistol mags on the side, and these are 22 round 9mm mags for Glock 17s, Glock 19s, things like that. So that's why there's not a whole lot going on with mine. We've done in the past when we were shooting night vision or we're shooting in the woods or we're traveling around or just practicing doing things like that, I'll have a radio or something in my chest rig. But typically this is how I have it set up, and I'm just trying to keep a very slick, minimalist setup. So the other thing that I did on my Instagram is actually poll you guys, and I put up a question where I asked you guys, ask me some questions about the ready rig, and I'm gonna dive into those questions and give you guys some information, try to help you out. So I'm gonna read through a couple of these questions and hopefully it helps you guys out. So this guy asked pros and cons of a ready rig versus a plate carrier. Really, the pros of this are the fact that it's so lightweight and compact. You can quite literally throw this in your vehicle and forget about it. As you can see, it folds up nice and compact. So if you kept it super minimalist, you didn't have a lot on the sides, and you just had rifle mags in the front, or maybe 2 rifle mags, 1 pistol, it will fold up just like this, and it will fit into many standard backpacks. So that's pretty sweet. Definitely easy to keep on hand. You're probably not gonna carry armor with you every single place you go. Does it come in quadruple medium? Again, sizing, I don't know much about. For me, I am about 6 feet tall. I weigh about 180 pounds. So I don't know if that helps you out or not, but it fits me and there's plenty of adjustment there. Address sling snagging on the back panel hook Velcro. I guess depending, probably what they mean, on the back for the adjustment, you would actually pull apart the back and you can spread the back strap around your body to gain more width. So if you stretch this out, you probably have some of this hook exposed. So depending on your sling, it might snag up on the back, but honestly for me, I have not noticed that at all, and that hasn't been an issue. Do I keep my ready rig ready to grab at all times? Duffel, bedside, car. So I typically keep the ready rig in my vehicle. I don't keep it at my bedside. I mean, I have in the past, but typically it's a vehicle thing for me. I've got plenty of mags up in my bedroom, in my house. I'm not really that concerned about it, but I do keep it in my vehicle. As far as the best reload technique in the elastic, there's a lot of personal preference involved in that. So you'll notice that I like to have my mags to this side and I really just grab them from the top, rotate in. So reloads with the ready rig are very slick. A lot of people think that they're gonna be a lot slower than a belt setup like I have on the outside here, but in reality, they're actually pretty quick. Sometimes I would argue, depending on your setup, they might even be a little faster. Really depends on your practice, and it's just about practicing. When I put it on, I never take it off. I go to bed with it. I take a shower with it. I ride bike with it. I mountain climb with it. Just kidding, I don't do those things, but I don't know the question here. It doesn't make sense to me, so we're moving on. Can you talk about how you keep it with you, backpack? So I already covered that. Sometimes it's in a backpack, sometimes it's in the Jeep. It all depends on what I'm doing and where I'm headed. Where do I think it shines the most and where does it fail? So if you're looking for something to protect you, this isn't it. This isn't gonna hold armor. This is not designed to hold armor. If you're looking for something that's really quick, really slick, easy to throw on, this is where this thing shines. So for the concerned citizen who's not necessarily thinking that they're gonna need armor, but you want something that's super clandestine, super incognito, very easy to actually conceal, that's where this thing shines. For sure, that is a strength of the ReadyRig. How high or low should the rig go? So you will notice that I have mine pretty high. I'm kind of skinnier up on my chest area than I am on my stomach. I got a little bit of a belly on me. So if I ride it low, it just looks like I got a big beer gut. So when I go to conceal it, it's just not super easy. And again, I'm not walking around out in public concealing this thing, but again, if we're prepared citizens and we're trying to plan for a mass event or something, I really like to just have options. So is it the most concealable? I'd say probably not, but it is pretty concealable and pretty inconspicuous. So again, how you wear it really depends on your body type. I can't really help out too much in that regard. So how I have it configured, obviously, like I said, I'm focusing heavily on magazines with mine. So carrying appendix, that's a really good question. This person asked me, can you carry appendix with the ReadyRig on? So the answer to that is maybe. So I have it up higher. So if I were to take off my battle belt, I can actually easily fit an appendix rig, which would actually sit about this low. And drawing, I have plenty of room. So again, really depends on how you have your ReadyRig set up. If you like it really low on your stomach, then yeah, you're gonna have a harder time. But if you wear it like I'm wearing it, you should probably have plenty of room. Again, depends on your body type. Do 7.62 mags or other AK mags fit? That's a good question, because when Lucas originally did the video on this, he said no, AK mags will not fit. Now I can confirm that if you are bold enough, you can get 7.62 AK mags into position. You can pull them out to reload just like every other mag. The problem is they've got this lip to lock into the receiver. Over time, I would assume that this would probably put some wear and tear on your ReadyRig. So just keep that in mind. The same thing can be said of the 5.45 by 39 AK-74 mags. Again, they've got a lip here. It's a little less aggressive, so you definitely can fit AK-74 mags in the gun as well. They did actually approve the AK-74 mags, and I've seen them use that in content, but he did say, and I'm talking about Lucas here, did say in his video not to use the AK-47 7.62 mags. Why do I support Trex Arms? That's a very strange question. I bought a product just like everybody else, and to be honest, I know that the Trex dudes get a lot of hate sometimes from people, but at the end of the day, I do think that they're a force for good. I think they are proliferating gear into the populace. They're getting good intelligence and knowledge and shooting technique out to people, so I'm honestly happy to buy one of these things. So this follower was asking about the durability of the ReadyRig, and I've used this now for a couple months. So now I haven't been in crazy situations. I haven't been in crazy elements. Really, I've just used it on the flat range. So I can't really comment too much on how this thing's gonna last 2 years from now, but I can tell you that there's no fraying, none of the stitching or anything is coming apart. It seems to be really high quality. The one thing that I'm gonna say is, because there's a lot of elastic, I would expect that over time, if you're using yours very heavily, you're probably going to eventually wear out the different pouches and the elastic on the side. I think that's just something that should be expected. If you're just a weekend warrior and you're just out on the flat range every once in a while using this, and you're pretty much just keeping the ReadyRig as a backup plan, you may not ever wear it out, and it's probably gonna last you forever. But again, I think it depends on your use, your body size, how much wear and tear you're putting on the actual ReadyRig. One other thing, because I've had so many followers here that I'm looking at on my screen asking about the layout, I figured it was worth talking about the pouches and how they are oriented. And again, you can hop on Trex and they have a whole awesome series of videos breaking all of this down. But essentially you have 3 rifle mags in the front. As you can see on mine, I use these 2 side pouches for pistol mags. And then you have wider pouches on the side here. So the widest one is toward the back. I packed mine with some medical kit back here, just some simple gauze and things like that. And then I do have a tourniquet tucked in up here. Another thing that you could do on these side pouches, if you wanted, is fit a radio in over here. So I know some people do that. You gotta watch the antenna depending on the brand and model that you're using. Another thing that you could do is actually toss one of your rifle mags up front and stick a radio in there. Again, it depends what kind of radio you have. If you have a UV5R like this, which is, people like to make fun of the UV5R, or you're super cool and you're rocking a Midland, you can just stick it in that pouch and keep it with you. Depending on how you have it oriented, you might have buttons getting hit and things like that. You just gotta watch you don't accidentally turn on the power knob and things like that. But regardless, there's a lot of different options with the pouches around this whole thing. And also you can put a cool patch on the front like I did, be all stylish and American and whatnot. So the purpose of the REDACTED, okay, we went through some of the follower content and the questions that I got in. What's the purpose? I truly believe that this is a slick chest rig designed for a citizen who wants to be better prepared. Pretty simple stuff. We, again, with our company, want to encourage people to go out and get trained and invest in quality gear and have this stuff on hand so that we can be an asset to our communities. So if you're somebody who is a concerned citizen, you're training hard, you have your fundamentals covered. So again, we first start with solid fundamentals, then we move into gear and all of this other cool stuff, but the fundamentals are first. If you've got all that stuff squared away, you've got one fighting carbine, you've got some sort of a fighting pistol, then maybe it is time for you to consider getting some sort of a chest rig. If you don't have that stuff in order, I'd say focus there first. But if it's within budget, you don't have to go into debt to get it. I would say the REDACTED's probably a good option. There's other ones out on the market as well that you could consider. So guys, just wrapping this video up, the REDACTED is just another option on the market from Trex Arms to get you guys into a rig that's gonna hold magazines, medical, and other kit to your body. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. That's honestly up to you to decide. We don't have any incentive to be pushing this product, but we wanted to answer the questions that other followers were sending in. So if this video was helpful to you, definitely leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think. If you have a ready rig and you're into slick carriers that allow you to shoot from all kinds of positions, that allow you to get them on and off very quickly and respond in bad events, let us know which ones you're using and why. Definitely help everybody out in the comment section by giving us that feedback. And if you want to take a second to support us, check out our website, tatargets.com. Consider purchasing a steel target system like you see us using here on the range. They're going to help you train to become a better prepared citizen. And that's what this is all about. And you supporting us through buying steel targets is what makes videos like this possible. So guys, we appreciate you tuning into this video. Hit the subscribe button and share it with a buddy. We'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, executive outcomes. Bro, you told me I could copy your video. You told, yes, I'm wearing the mask. Yes. Bro, hang on, I'm getting a call on the other line. Mom, I can't talk right now. Leave me alone. Yes, I brought snacks. Yes, I drank water. Yes, I'll be home for dinner, Mom.